What if you turn hardship into greatness, anger into serenity? Everything changes. Make your life a masterpiece. Why do you think negatively about conflict? So, what is conflict? Why do you think negatively about conflict? And how to start thinking positively about conflict? Everything we do, it really depends on the focus we have, the meaning we give, and what we ultimately do about it. Therefore, how you see, how you perceive whatever you face in life determines by and large its outcome and really your quality of life. So, what is negativity first and foremost? Simply put, do you see the glass of water half full or half empty? That is really the litmus test. So if you see it, and you can really do and go it in your mind, do you think always in the negative framework or in a positive framework? In other words, do you see the glass of water half full or half empty? And I tell you, this changes everything. And if you at this very moment realize that you actually see it negatively, that's great, because that's an insight, an indicator, really, really bold indicator, in fact, that you can change and really take your destiny in your hands now. Because everything starts with knowledge, insight, and then ultimately wisdom, which is really how you put your knowledge, your insight ultimately into your life, what you do about it. So therefore, make sure that you start cultivating it with really asking yourself, did I wake up today with a positive or a negative thought? Because you can reprogram really how you start your day. And again, this too starts very, very simple but small, but it will add up. And I can tell you, if you start getting up with a smile on your face, even though you have to really, really work on that, it changes everything. It makes a difference because your body, your physiology really determines how you feel. And therefore, even a fake smile makes a difference because your physiology changes and therefore your biochemistry changes. So therefore, pay attention to it. So why do you see conflict negatively? Simply because so far you had negative experiences. It's not really fun if you start shouting to someone or someone shouts at you because you have some disagreement. Conflict is a process in which two or more people engage in a perceived diversion of values, goals, and actively try to obstruct each other from achieving these values slash goals. In short, every time we meet someone else, there is a potential conflict. And it's actually good because it simply shows our diversity, and diversity is life. That's what makes us change. That's what makes us truly who we are, because only because we differentiate one another from one another that we actually have in one way or another an identity. So therefore you have to look at it from a positive side. So conflict is really positive in the sense that it makes you look at the world from a different angle. And therefore, you have to really start thinking about conflict like you would think about conflict, like you think, for example, about the gym. Who likes to go to the gym? I certainly not. Yes, it's tough to go there to exercise, and nonetheless, afterwards you feel good. The same with conflict. If you do it, if you go there, you do the work, and you see the progress over time, it makes you feel better. And that's really where happiness comes into the equation, because happiness is progress, it's the journey. It's not an end goal, but it's really a cultivation of your beliefs, your actions, your values, and you combine all of them together. That really gives you more and more really fulfillment and life in your life. So how do you start seeing conflict as a positive manifestation of your life journey? Look at it as a gym. Conflict is your everyday psychological, emotional, and physical gym. Bottom line. And then you start looking at the progress that you are making while engaging in conflict, especially afterwards. Start and pick on the small wins that, for example, once you face a conflict or you have a really divergence of values, goals with someone else, then start incorporating small changes, such as ask the person, tell me more, instead of reacting and getting offensive. Small wins will really perpetuate, really accelerate, not perpetuate, accelerate your personal and interpersonal growth. So think about it like going to the gym. Reframe it. That's the word. Reframe conflict as a source of growth rather than a source of adversity and hardship. Because it is. It is the perfect place to really start taking your destiny in your hands. That's why knowledge matters. Make your life a masterpiece. Visit now programs.d-ykm.com. Meant to make you grow.